I'd rather starve. Thong dong walk for a walk. And suddenly I heard a cry from the distance. The snail began to stand. I thought to myself, is there a village guard? Is coming back to tease you? Looking forward, I found a girl sitting under a tree, face down, some sobbing. The black girl's hair is long and flat. The paper is dark. The girl's form remained hidden, but I can still see her shoulders trembling. The stomach is afraid, but the nature is curious. She walked slowly towards the girl. I saw her about 10 feet away. I asked It was late at night and I didn't come home, but run out here crying. The girl shuts off with a slight voice at the bridge. I was kicked out of the house by BA. I'm lonely. The voice sounds as sweet as baby incense. That made Mrs. Ken feel moved. He walked up to the girl. He said in a slightly disgusted manner, or let me sit here and talk to you. It doesn't need your consent. Bakan sat down next to put your hand on her shoulder and comfort her. The girl replied, thank you. You're not from this village. The girl looked up at me. Her face is no less beautiful. Make the 3 wings lie. You are not from this village. You're a relative of the Yum body that came here yesterday. The girl said in an angry voice, that's the fucking enchantress. You're his nephew. Go, I hate him. Waiting for the lady's voice. What do you like about him? I left a day or 2 ago, and now I'm waiting for you to come back. The girl stopped crying and giggled. This guy has a mouth. My house is far away. Can you take me home? Mrs. Ken confirmed her firm voice. Unless you're not on this earth, I can take you anywhere. The girl comes laughing and puts her head on your shoulder. Bia can in the heart feel refreshed. It only takes a few sentences. Saw holding a beautiful sister. Bia can asked again. What do you hate about swearing to hug him? Like copper to the thorn in her belly. Speaking in an angry voice. First you lose that humanity. I've covered you down this river. I haven't found my body in a month. The name Mrs. Can. As soon as I get to the point, my mind becomes stupid. Or talk to a girl about empathy. Yeah, he's a real jerk. But then I thought something was wrong. Ken stood up and ran out of cash. The girl now suddenly laughed. The skull and the intestines separate from the body, flying straight up towards the face of Bakan coming. Turn the runner quickly towards the house of the Yum. The ghost of Lei Tao with his panicked gut chasing. Quickly it flashed across your face. Make me fall to the ground in a panic. It was flying around Bakan. Set of wet guts to Hoak. Keep slipping back and forth on your face. Bakan closed his eyes tightly and shouted. Now suddenly I hear fuss, along with the ghost's miserable screams. When I opened my eyes, I saw Yum throwing straight at the ghost. The pain is over. The head swayed, causing the intestines to vibrate as well. He grabbed the stick in his hand. It hit the ghost's head hard. The skull fell down in a whirlwind, and then hurried straight into the river. And the sky is like 9 clouds. I just breathe hard and can't say a word. I can hold your armpits close to the house. When I paused, I said, it's terrible. What the hell is going on around here? I thought that ghosts could be brought back. Just to protect the villagers. He is threatening people like that. Embroidery sound shake head to say, that's not the ghost we brought back here. Over a month ago, I saw it around this place. I was able to stalk it that night and put it under a tree by the river. Even if you beat his head off. But its body that you can't find. It's not dead either. Did I tell you to keep the night out or something? He scratched his head. It's so hot in Germany, so I'm going out for a walk. But after tonight, I wouldn't dare. Then he sniffed for an hour and came back. Your trunk, next to the mat. You open it in there. Take out a fan thrown towards Bakan. When Ken received the fan, he grinned at him, and then he's down to the comma. For a long time I fell asleep. Early morning the next day, Glue Shock Fen appeared at his house. When B.A. Ken is still sleeping, I can close my ears and say a few things. B.A. can put 2 hands twisted under the ground. Use your eyes and open them. When you see Glue there, say hello. Gluebridge, what's wrong with finding you so early in the morning? Give Mrs. Ken a sharp look. Just as quickly as yesterday. Have a job. It was early in the morning that B.A. Ken suddenly became hot because of this attitude of Glue, but still try to be friendly in the aesthetic mind. But before I leave, I will too. Screw your neck. He gave his eyes a slanted look. See if the Glue brings the food. I'm not used to breakfast, but since yesterday I've only eaten 1 boiled potato and a cup of porridge. At midnight, we meet the sky, so get a little tired. Say hello to Master Yum, and leave. When I came to the door, I called and said, take the bridge and say hello to the villagers. It wouldn't be nice if they caught him by accident. Don't tell me he's Vietnamese. Now let's give him a name. I'm happy to share. Oh! That Ken chose the old eye. Since my father's birth, this is the 3rd time you've been named. Hold your thought for a moment and say, or should we call him Shock, Sam? The squirrel nods and Bacan rolls his eyes. Does the rain have anything to do with the mountain? Glue looked straight at his neck and said aloud, get up, follow me, even if you say you don't want to follow. But Yum said that. You have to listen to... I didn't forget to throw one for you. He looked dead and walked out first. I didn't have time to wash my face, so I hurried. We both go around. Follow the trail to where the villagers live. But they didn't say anything to each other. Dry village located on the sand dune. These are the neighborhood people, for hiding from the red, so we came here to live together. The village has about 20 houses. Currently, there are only 10 households, partly because someone has died, partly because they can't stand isolation, so they left to find somewhere else. The houses here stopped somewhat temporarily. Each house is not far from each other. They live mostly on days of farming. There's a small plot of land where they can grow rice, 2 cases per year, until the harvest part of the grain will be kept. To do the same for the next case, part of it will be eating together. They haven't eaten in a long time. The amount of grain harvested is only for 10 households. People eat it within a month or 2. When they run out of rice, their staple food is potatoes, and sometimes there's a little bit of extra vegetables. In addition to growing rice and potatoes, they also planted some flowers next to the house. The gourd line goes up the wall and climbs up to the lid. The left is small. Sometimes they go fishing to get more food. But absolutely no fishing area around the tincture. Lest the alarm hue, we have to take them to the other side of the river to catch them. When the fight is over, take it back. There are 10 households, but the population is less than 20. There are absolutely no children here because of the temporary life. Where do you get what you eat to feed the children? Don T, take her to the front of the village. Clapping your hands for everyone's attention. You said, this is Shock, Sam. He's hiding from the boots and got lost you at my house. Until I feel he's trustworthy, I'll give it away. The whole village stood up and looked at Bacan for a moment. And then he goes back to his job. In addition to taking care of the rice field, there's something else to do. Most jobs are anonymous. People dig the soil to find insects, paper for fishing. The money is fixed. The bamboo basket is worn out. The king of the village looked so desolate that he had no life. Bacan went for a walk and greeted his relatives. They can only look at you, then move your eyes away. A little while ago, the village was over. Bacan says with Glue, there are some empty houses here. Or you can tell Master Wong to let me stay here for a while. Is that okay? There's no one out there who's sad to die. I looked at my father and said, no. Fortunately, you are a bad person. Sneaking out at night to harm the villagers, chew numbness, calculated, is mad at everyone. For the first time in my life, you're suspected of being dishonest. Try to suppress anger, Bia Can said. Then I can stay here, and it's okay. But during the day, let me come and farm with people I don't know. No, your hands and feet have to move. He turned around and walked away, and said it was up to him. Bia Can residual fist towards the side of glue, and then he started getting to know the villagers. I also tried to say hello to someone. I am a native Cambodian. So that they don't have the slightest doubt. With the bravery of an old soldier ho. Increase production. It should be a part of your career. She caught hands and planted and repaired the truss. Steps for Granny. In the middle of the tincture may also leak out a bamboo dust. She took the knife and cut off most of the dust. Some of you make clothes. Part of you makes a fool of yourself. There is room to climb. Please, part of the applause, live around, mixed with water and mud irrigated at the root of the colored flowers. AI villagers also cover their noses. Frown at the strange act of Bia burden. Slowly you get the feeling of the people around. Whenever they need help, they go to Sam. To repair with tickles, and to repair the house. Can was loved by the villagers. Become more and more jealous in my heart. Things like that before. Everyone is looking for glue. But the third day came. You've taken his place in everyone's hearts. Things like that before. Everyone is looking for glue. But since day 3, when he arrived, he replaced him. In the hearts of everyone. The morning of that day, when Bia Can from his house hugged to the village, then you can hear there was a lot of crying in the village. A woman was writhing on the ground next to it. The body is covered. But strangely, only that woman would dare go near that projector, and the others are standing around. That's way more funny. She hurried back to see what was going on. I saw the woman cry like she was dying. Can immediately asked Glue, "What's wrong with the village?" He turned to look at Bakan and replied, "Her driver just died. Since last night the forest girl disappeared. Everyone was looking for each other. Without seeing, this morning they found a headless body, trapped in the mangroves. Everybody pulled the iron together. Only when I realized it was my daughter. She's wearing her own clothes. Her hands are sewing." BG moved closer to the body. Use your hand to look at it, and you panic. To see a headless corpse. The slash is very nasty. Can be slashed by an alcohol knife. The body is very stiff. This man must have died a long time ago. People around me are also panicked. Yelled up and took a few more steps back. BG, let us take a few hands and stand up. Wake up and come to your place and say, people are hesitant to do this. That can hurriedly startle. What the hell are you talking about? To interrupt your words. But I told the villagers yesterday, when you leave. She's still at home working with her mother. So, last night when I brought food to Master Wong's house, I met this girl. And you're at my house. That's why people have no doubt. It was as if she had been breathing for an hour and said, "Oh, thank you for watching. I'll go to Tim and die." He told her in a serious voice, "From here on out, you have to be careful. You're not always so lucky." BG just felt grateful. Then, in my heart, I whispered, "Tin Kyo Marine Life. Look at the body and see everything. The faces of everyone around. This village is being protected by the devil. It's very difficult for someone to sneak in here like that. The killer could only be someone from the village. Look at the teacher. People's faces. AI also has radiation. I mourn the fate of this family." For a moment, Mrs. Can couldn't think of who is the killer. He also took his hand to the sea and stared at the body. She is very focused. Can is gentle all the time. You're thinking who killed this girl, right? Glue nod in reply. Surely the people in the village did this. The village is being protected, so no one can get in here. I don't understand what his purpose is. And why did he prick Kier's head in the eye? BA Can nodded in agreement with the reasoning of Glue. Then you asked, "Will you and I investigate this together?" Glue glanced at Bakan and replied to him, "Why, I'd rather be alone." I told you, he was. I didn't have time to give BA an answer. In the heart of BA can rise up a lot of resentment. I promised when I left, I'll give Kia some punches in the face. People in the village help with the funeral. The body of the tomb was only covered with temporary soil and put a plank on top of the grave. It's like beer. The air of mourning quickly passed away. Because in a war situation, if you don't die of an accident, you die of a stray bullet. So death is nothing at all. That's terrible. That day has not passed quickly. 3 steps back to Master Wang's house. That the heavy heart occupies the mind. You quietly sit in the corner. Look at Master Wang conducting rituals of worship. It was a long time since I saw back in the sea is not as busy as usual. Turn to your door and ask, "What made you sad today?" Can shook his head. It's not about you. It's about the village. What happened in the village today? Can crawled closer to the master's place. He sat in front of you and said, "Someone died in the village today." Close your eyes a little sad and say, "Death is inevitable. If so, why bother you?" He looked around and said, "No, this death is strange." The dead man had his head cut off. I asked in a panicked voice, "The truth is, a dead body without a head, male or female?" Mrs. Ken nodded. "That's right. I saw the head cut off with my own eyes. There is no other wound. Is it because I'm practicing magic?" When Mrs. Ken finished speaking, I looked out at the river and shook my head. "It's not Malay training," Mrs. Ken asked with wide eyes. The better. Lack of positive answers. Because of Malay training, people have to leave from the stomach up to the throat so that the organs and trachea are exposed. And over here, the land is cut off. It's certainly not Malay training that can be done. Then he hugged me and asked Can. "It could be so, sir." He hugged and said, "Maybe he used his head to train the gods. Though I dare not assert, I just hope that's not the case." Mrs. Can filled out what is the fish spirit panic. Then Juan replied, "The devil is also known as the devil. It's a traditional Khmer wormwood charm. It's kind of like a Thai barmaid. You want to practice. The spirit must find the body of a pregnant woman. I checked exactly 2 days. Then open the abdomen to take the baby's body and then told him to put it in a jar to make offerings. God has a very strong power. Your trainer may be wrong. Make it do anything. But finding a dead pregnant woman, it's not about easy. So the old enchanters came up with a way. Use virgin oil instead. Then the spell buried his head on the ground and plant a banana tree on top of it. Day and night, they lie there. Stroking the trunk of that banana tree is like being my wife. Until the banana tree is in bloom. The result is to dry the term of the banana. And then it's a kind of powerful charm. The ghost carries the green-faced royal heel like a banana leaf. I'm not afraid of magic. It's fear of the most cruel method of spellmaking. I've often heard of enchantments before. Vietnam's exam preparation to do, but that's for dead bodies. Now we use the living and kill to practice. Then it's a much greater evil than the... Tai Wang said, "I hope this isn't the case. Otherwise, the consequences will be unpredictable." Immediately said, "I hope so too. I suspect the people in this village did it. But you let me ask this question. Did you tell me? This village has many shamans gathered here, but since I've been here, I didn't meet anyone other than you. Where are you?" All the gods said, "It's true that there were 4 people who swore spells before. There are 3 other people besides me. Is Bully Squirrel because of death and worms?" They went out in turn. 10 more demons to reinforce for the village's protection ring. But the strange thing is that 3 of them are leaving. All the air comes back. 10 ended up being shocked because I went to D-Falls for more than a year. Because the village needs people to fight the demons. Don't let them hurt the villagers. That's why I'm here. Can said, "So there's no magic left. Who knows how to train God?" Of course I believe you didn't do that. Or do? So Huggin said, "It's absolutely not." Alam shock glue. He's new. I think it's been half a year academically. I can't afford to practice the spell. That's what I said. It's not like killing people to practice magic. That Ken nodded. He cleaned his bed and tossed the fan. But there's still thinking in my head. The next day, when the sun had just dimmed, the villagers flocked to house. The AI's face was also visibly angry. Uncle Can was stunned when he woke up. Because of the village's community, he was surrounded by nearly 20 people. Try to answer their questions. Among the villagers there was a red-nosed man. Tears in my eyes, I hurried out and tried to hide in the middle of the crowd. Let's look at the situation to say. All the people have something to say slowly, each one asking a question. Keep it up like this until the end of the day. It doesn't solve anything. An old man from the village stood up and said, Uncle Sam, you're in shock. The last few days in our village, strange things keep happening. Miss Shin's child yesterday, Sheeta, was killed in cold blood. Today, her daughter Chin is missing. Never. Our village has to face a situation like this. If you are a magician, you must be responsible. Let's see if the devil did this, or not. I put my hands up and the villagers swore they were hungry. Granny, just calm down. I still pay tribute often. Forever and explore the demons protecting the village. She's listening to me. Don't be alarmed. Everything needs to be considered carefully. Now the villagers are messing around. People talk out loud. If it's about the devil, who is it? That's right. Go and see it again. We can't trust them anymore. The others all responded. Chen's eyes out of the angry crowd. Go up to the tree and say, Everybody listen quietly to me. People suddenly shut up. He turned his face to the side of Bakan. Bakan immediately said, People try to keep quiet. It's not clear why. Let Master Wang slowly solve it. Now we go back to the village. Follow your relatives there to check. See if there's a ghost who doesn't listen to you. Whether they hurt the villagers or not. Everyone is trying to stay calm. Let me embrace work. Absolutely not to bother you. Suddenly, a cold wind blowing from the back of Bakan. I used to remember the ghost. That the soul leaped to the ground and fell headfirst. The village agrees with the opinion of Bakan. So pull each other out. Come into the house with some stuff. Then follow everyone in the village. Last night, another girl went mysteriously missing. We've been looking for each other all night. When it's almost morning, then they gathered to my house. You mean to clarify black and white. So I went to the village to look around. He quietly walked into each house, even houses that are uninhabited. But I don't see any demons here. Then he hugged and walked near the river, and dipped his hand in the water. Suddenly, on the side, there's an arm up and grabs the little guy's hand. He closed his eyes. Wrong words in the mouth. It took me 10 minutes to get up and talk. I've checked it. There's really no devil here. The demons in the river also confirmed that. No one gets into this place. I hope you're calm. The village became confused. They all looked at each other suspiciously. A man came to Ruin and said, According to you, so how do we do it now? The sound is now answered. During the day, everyone goes about their business. At night, as usual, gather in one place. Send out to night guards each time. Change the guard every 2 hours. One time. That way, it is safe for everyone. It's still under investigation who did this. Then I and the alum glue will be responsible. Everyone agrees with Master S' opinion. Then send someone home. I don't want to be in contact with a. Bakan and Yum went to the middle of the road. Bakan immediately asked, Do you think who did this? Or I have a deep girl kidnapper. Related to the death of the driver. But he doesn't just need a human head. I can already train the gods. Why did you kill another person? Without him, he replied, the more spells, the stronger the power. This fairy's heart is too big. I don't know how much he thinks is enough. I'm not just going to investigate this. You have to give us a hand. You're a soldier. There's definitely skills that we don't have. The path of the first Bakan, as the big and just knocked out the sun, proud of the dignity of the soldiers. Then Wang said, At this point of the night, stay awake when to you watch fall for asleep. Everyone. You suddenly fall back to the ground. In my head, silently scolding. So, the skill that this enchantress says is up early or late. At 6 p.m. that day, everyone gathered in the middle of the village. Each house sits separately from each other. They are still very confused in their hearts, knowing that one of them is a ruthless killer. And the voices get smaller and smaller over time. By 9 o'clock, everyone was lying on the ground sleeping. The people in the village are mostly old people and women. The young man was sent to the army without knowing it. Day back. There are only 3 young men left, including Fenshock Glue and 2 other boys, ages 10 to 67. The later you stay, the denser you are born. Old people can't stand the cold. Keep cowering and coughing. The younger ones gave up all the blankets. There is only one uniform on you, some rough. The night was peaceful. People wake up in a sluggish spirit. Her head was wet because of the night dew. It's almost noon to go out to work. But the next night went on like this. But the health of the villagers is in doubt. Old people can't stand loungers. There are others. I don't have the strength to think about plowing. I went around to see pictures for everyone. BA can also hewn follow to help. BA can, told you, master. That's not the way you do it. Most people have fallen ill. For another week, maybe they can't live. I have this idea. That evil enemy only targets young girls. Or we just ask every night for girls in a house. Send people outside the guard. Then others will be born. Activity what is normal. See? Embroidery sound, wrinkled face. I've thought about that too. But fortunately, the killer is one of you. It's different from delivering eggs. Just for now, let me think about it. If you're lucky, you have to take the whole village and hide. I was thinking about getting out of here. I'm a little excited and I don't feel safe. The killer has not been caught. Getting out of here is the same. At 6 p.m. that day, the villagers arrested him to steal the focus. After many nights out in the wind,